Austin here. Today we're going to be making a rifle target, and first thing you're going to need is a 6 foot, about 1 inch by 1 inch long piece of wood, and it can be scrap wood. That's just fine, that's what I have. Then you're going to need 4 pieces of about 4 foot 2x4s, and that will be for the support. Next we're going to need is some paracord. And of course, it's October, so why not orange? You will also be needing some spray paint, any color that you want. You will also need some eye hooks. I just have about 1 inch by 3/16 here. You'll need about anywhere from 8 to 12 of these. You will also need a 5 inch by 1/4, 2 of these 5 inch by 1/4 bolts. You will need a lighter in order to keep the paracord from fraying. And then you can have either golf balls or water bottles or both. You will also be needing a drill or a drill press, which we have over here in the shop. You will be needing either a handsaw or something to be able to cut the wood to size if it isn't already. Luckily, most of my wood I found was already to size. You'll also be needing a ratchet wrench or something to fit your bolts to be able to screw those in. So you're going to want to take your 2x4s and you're going to want to mark them about 2.5 inches down, right in the middle of your 2x4 on one side of every single 2x4. Then using a drill bit that's preferably wider than your bolt, you're going to want to drill clean through all 4. Okay, once you have finally got a large enough hole, you will want to stick your bolt through, make sure it all works and fits. If the hole ends up being a little bit too big on this side, we will be using some washers on this. Now taking your 6 foot piece of wood and a drill, you're going to want to drill a hole that's a little bit smaller than the bolts we'll be using. I'm going to be using the same bit, but if you used a bigger bit for the other one, trade off to a little bit smaller one so that the bolt will fit snugly here in the end. Now on your 6 foot piece of wood, you're going to want to mark every 10 inches. Okay, then at every 10 inch mark, you're going to want to drill a hole that's just big enough for your paracord to go through. Doesn't have to be too much bigger than that. Just make sure your paracord can fit through. Okay, 27 inches down from the hole you drilled up on the 2x4s, you're going to want to drill another hole on every single 2x4. It has to be just big enough to fit the paracord through. Okay, taking your bolt, your 6 foot, and 2 of your 2x4s, you're going to want to stick your bolt through your 2x4s. You might want to put a washer here on this side so it holds it nice and snug. Then you're going to want to tighten your bolt down into your 6 foot and still have these freely able to move. Okay, now that we have that tightened down, your 6 foot should be stable and secure on there without having to support it. And your 2x4s should be able to slide apart like so. Okay, now you're going to want to do that same thing to the other side, sticking your bolt through your 2x4s. Okay. And then tightening it on in to your 6 foot. Okay, you're going to want to cut two 26-inch pieces of your paracord. Make sure each piece of paracord you cut that you kind of burn the end so it doesn't fray out and fall apart on you. Okay, taking your 26-inch piece that you just barely cut, you're going to want to feed it from the outside of your 2x4 through the hole you cut earlier in it. You're just going to want to make a knot on the outside right here, just enough so that it won't be able to pull back through on that. You're going to repeat that on both sides of this. And make sure it can't pull through. And then repeat the same thing on the far side with your other 26-inch piece you cut. Okay, now taking your paracord, you're going to want to cut another 6 16-inch pieces to be able to go in each spot that you drilled a hole for here on the top of your 6-foot piece. Okay, now that we have all 6 pieces of paracord cut, you're going to want to take the paracord, just put a nice little knot here in the end, feed it through one of the holes on the top, pull it nice and tight, and that's all for that paracord for now. That's ready to go. Okay, now taking a drill bit just a little bit smaller than the threads on your eye hook, you want to drill a hole into your golf ball. And just far enough that you can screw your eye hook into your golf ball. Now you're going to want to take the lids to all the water bottles you're going to be using in this, and you're going to want to drill a hole through it with the same size drill bit you used on the golf ball. Ta-da! Okay, now with your eye hook and your lid, you're going to want to just screw the eye hook into your lid. And once all of your lids have the eye hook in it about like that, that is good, that is done. With an eye hook and your golf ball, you're going to want to try to start it into your golf ball just a little bit. If you can twist it in there by hand, that's all good. But if it gets a little bit tight, you can either use a screwdriver to be able to crank it down in there, or a pair of pliers. Once that's cleanly down in there, the golf ball is ready to go. Very nice. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more random content like reviews, how-tos, builds, gaming, challenges, etc. There's a full-length video of the target shoot that day. go ahead and click right here for that. And there's a skeet shoot me and my friend did that same day. Click here for that.